When we talk about artists putting on for their hometown, few are representing for their borough harder than Eddie Kaine and Rim do Brooklyn. What is good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Mob. If you are rocking with this content, go ahead and smash that like button for your boy. Also, subscribe if you haven't. But today, I'm going to be hitting y'all with my thoughts on this new collaborative album from Eddie Kaine and Rim entitled Welcome to StuyVille. So Eddie Kaine and Rim are two slept-on Brooklyn lyricists who have been putting in work over the last few years in the underground scene to restore that old New York feel. Now in 2024, Eddie Kaine had dropped a project that went under the radar, produced by Big Ghost, entitled Last Exit to Crooklyn. That's one that I recommend you check out if you haven't. But this new one, Welcome to StuyVille, is Eddie Kaine and Rim's collaborative album that had dropped at the start of the new year. I'd say Rim is the iller lyricist between the two. I mean, his wordplay is insane, and just overall, his bars are more intricate. But Eddie Kaine's appeal lies in his authenticity, his hunger, and the energy he brings to tracks. So ultimately, the two different styles complement each other well. This project, Welcome to StuyVille, contains 11 songs lasting approximately 35 minutes. The production was basically split down the middle between two sought-after underground producers, Camoflauge Monk and 38 Spesh. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with that track-by-track breakdown. The opener, What's This, is guaranteed to give you an instant screw face. We have this tense, hard-hitting beat from Camoflauge Monk that slaps like some Timberlands hitting Brooklyn city pavement. Eddie Kaine and Rim immediately demand your attention, and I feel this is an ideal way to set off the album when the theme is based around Brooklyn, both Bed-Stuy and Brownsville. Track 2, Ice Cold, has this faster paced soul sample from 38 Spesh that is pretty groovy, and we have Eddie Kaine providing, I'd say, a 50 Cent like hook, really showing his knack for sung hooks. But this track is about perseverance and how they will never fold even when their backs are to the wall. Rim had the streetwise bars, if you wear your heart on your sleeve, they might snatch it. But yeah, overall, I dug the energy here, and Spesh pretty much bodied the beat. Next is Never Stop with Shay Noor, and it has a somber organ-backed beat from Spesh. Shay sets it off with some thought-provoking bars. Eddie Kaine on the hook does remind us that the hustle never stops. And Rim has some true-to-life bars like, dudes will give you the runaround with no relay. Yeah, this one was a bit more reflective, but the energy was there. Right after is the highlight, Check Check, where we have this hypnotic, crunchy beat from Camoflauge Monk that almost channels a boot camp click vibe. Rim had the witty bars, can't nip at the hustle because it's a marathon. Also, I don't trust who talk fast, gain chemistry, then you find out they lab rats. Next is The Whispers with Hus Kingpin, and it's set to a dreamy Camoflauge Monk beat. Now, Hus Kingpin comes through with some slick wordplay, like Above the Clouds, if you're looking for Guru. And Rim slides with lines like, we all gonna rise from the dirt no matter the plotting. So I would say the first 5 songs were a pretty flawless way to open up this project. The next song, Stay Focused, is also good, but more on the pensive side instrumentally, despite it being motivational. Rim had some fly quotables, Tunnel Vision, Never the Freeway, A Bad Boy Who Big Walk Only for Cheesecake. Rim also said, never confuse fake motion with a photo op. That's a good one. Immediately after is Salute with Benny the Butcher. Now this has a cheery drumless loop from Camoflauge Monk that feels like the backdrop for a fly 70s flip. The beat is soothing and vintage to the core, but everyone is still rapping with intensity, even doing a semi-double time flow. Rim had the standout lines when they pull the Mac out. It's no soul food. I'd say Benny had a solid verse, And even though Eddie Kaine's enthusiasm was felt, I didn't necessarily love the way his vocals were mixed in. It almost sounded like he was a little too hyped for the beat. What's next is Breakfast, and it's a creative conceptual song relating to breakfast themes. Lyrically, it was fire, but the beat from Spesh, it was literally the exact same one that he gave for Graph on God's Time. And even the next song, Reminisce with Corrupt, also produced by Spesh, contains the same exact beat from the Graph album. So yeah, that did kind of kill my mood a bit. So I feel this used to happen more so back in the 90s and 2000s when you would hear two different artists use the same beat from a producer within like a year's time. But it's been a while since I feel this happened. Now, I will say, had I never heard the Graph versions, then I would probably love this track, Breakfast and Reminisce. It's not that these were bad songs at all. I just really wanted to hear two new Spesh beats, in all honesty. Now, perhaps Eddie Kaine and Rim had this song in the tuck as long as Graph, and they just decided to, release it now. Am I nitpicking? Probably, but I'm just keeping it real about how I felt about that same Graph beat, those two same Graph beats being used. But following this was Chop House, and this had a mellow flute-like beat from Camoflauge Monk, a really laid-back vibe for these two to bring their grimy energy on, and Rim had the wise jewel, don't ride the wave if you're not the skipper. Then this project comes to a close with Made Men featuring the late great Fred the Godson. This was a bar fest with a plush jazz rap beat from Spesh. I feel everyone came correct over this luxurious beat. So overall, I'm gonna give this project a rating of a strong 3.5 to 4 mics. It's probably the best drop that we have gotten in this slower January as far as releases are concerned. When I compare this January to last, it's way slower, although typically Januaries can be a slow month. Eddie Kaine and Rim's chemistry is evident throughout this whole listen, really making me look forward to any future collabs they may have. Rim is such an underrated lyricist, rapping so well on every track with his distinct voice. But Eddie Kaine brings that honest, gritty introspection that you can feel. And his hook game is growing on me a bit. Yeah, aside from this having the two Spesh beats, which I kind of already played out, this is a strong project that hopefully isn't as slept on as I think it may be. But yeah, props to Rim and Eddie Kaine for bigging up their borough in the fullest extent, a way that should make the OGs proud. My favorite tracks include What's This, Ice Cold, Never Stop, Check Check, The Whisper, Stay Focused, Chop House, and Made Man. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I am signing out, but as always, it's peace and blessings. Rim, Eddie Kaine, welcome to StuyVille.